Hi and welcome to BlogRoom. Today we're taking a look at the 10 best realistic PS5 new games in 2021. With the Sony PS5 already making a hit in the market, 2021 is going to be the most electrifying gaming year. Most of the exciting new games that we have eagerly waited for are going to be launched this year. Since the launch of next-gen console last year, gamers have been wanting to play some great games. But due to the pandemic, many of the games got delayed. But not anymore. This year is going to be jam-packed with impressive games releasing one after one. Now, as soon as Sony launched the next-gen console PS5 with features like DualSense controller, improved audio visuals, etc., nobody could keep calm to experience the next-gen gaming. Thus, for all the gamers, so many PS5 realistic titles are releasing this year which are sure to rock the gaming world. Here are 10 best realistic PS5 new games in 2021. Do watch this video till the end to know our top favorite realistic game this year. Number 10. Back 4 Blood. Coming straight from the creators of the critically acclaimed Left 4 Dead franchise, Back 4 Blood is absolutely one of the most anticipated games of this year. It's a thrilling cooperative first-person shooter game that many people have been waiting over 10 years for. The developers, Turtle Rock Studios, have made sure that the game adheres closely to the 4 vs. Horde formula established by the Left 4 Dead games, but have added to the long-term replayability with the player progression and unlockable ability perks that will let players customize their survivors. In this game, you are at the center of a war against the Ridden. These once human hosts of a deadly parasite have turned into terrifying creatures bent on devouring what remains of civilization. With humanity's extinction on the line, it's up to you and your friends to take the fight to the enemy, eradicate the Ridden, and reclaim the world. The game is expected to be released in summers around June 22nd. Number 9. Kena Bridge of Spirits. Developed by the Ember Lab Studio founders and brothers Josh and Mike Greer, Kena Bridge of Spirits debuted during Sony's PS5 launch event. Going by the looks, it looks absolutely magical, and we are 100% here for it. The game features a beautiful world with adorable little fuzzy creatures known as Rod, who act as your spirit companions that can manipulate the environment. It is a story-driven action-adventure in a charming world rich with exploration and fast-paced combat. The game follows a young girl named Kena who helps guide the dead from the physical world to the spirit world. To do this, she has to defend herself from various adversaries, and even employ the help of a few small creatures who will assist her in Pimpkin-like combat. Players will be able to explore this absolutely gorgeous world sometime in this year, as the date of release has not been confirmed yet. Number 8. Deathloop. Another promising title that we just can't wait to play is Deathloop. Developed by Arcane Studios, the game looks like something we've never played before. It's an exclusive action-adventure game with a timed 1-year console exclusivity deal, meaning you'll only be able to get your hands on Deathloop at launch if you've got a PS5 or PC. Everyone else will have to wait until 2022. Players take on the role of Colt, an assassin caught in a time loop on the lawless island of Blackreef. They'll have to take out 8 targets before midnight or the day will start all over again. Unlike everyone else, Colt retains his memories with each reset, meaning he can learn from his opponent's behaviors and patterns. Alternatively, players can choose to take on the role of Juliana, an agent who will enter a random player's game and interfere with their progress in an attempt to protect the time loop. The game will be releasing on May 21st of this year. Number 7. Evil West. Developed by Flying Wild Hog, Evil West caught our attention first when it was revealed during the 2020 Game Awards. It is a dark, Western action game with promising a new cinematic experience. The plot follows a cowboy protagonist as a vampire hunter, in a lineage beginning with the legendary Van Helsing, who must save the United States from a demonic invasion. The trailer shows the protagonist battling a variety of biblical demons with a variety of weapons. These include a relatively traditional shotgun and handgun, with some non-traditional items like a lightning-fueled gauntlet that morphs into spiked and blunt versions of itself. Another interesting thing in this game is that the weapons are apparently upgradable in-game, as is its protagonist, through a perk system. So action game fans will find plenty of familiar events on display here. However, the release date is yet to be confirmed. It will presumably be released in the latter half of this year. Number 6. Evil Dead: The Game. Based on the iconic horror franchise Evil Dead, the game features both co-op and PvP gameplay. The debut trailer featured some familiar faces and locales from the franchise, including the return of Bruce Campbell as Ash. Players will join teams of 4 to seal the breach between worlds, while others take control of the powerful Kandarian demon to hunt Ash and his friends while possessing Deadites, the environment, and even the survivors themselves, according to developer Saber Interactive. It will feature multiple maps, including the infamous cabin in the woods and over 24 weapons, including Ash's signature chainsaw. As it does not have an exact release date yet, it will be releasing sometime this year. Number 5. F.I.S.T. Forged in Shadow Torch. Not only on PS4 and PC, but Sony has confirmed that F.I.S.T. Forged in Shadow will also be getting a PS5 release, alongside the PS4 and PC versions. We can't contain our excitement, as the latest trailer of the game shows some new gameplay, including fast-paced combat and platforming sections. Developed by Shanghai T-Games Network Technology Limited, it is a Metroidvania action game with a very grimdark feel to it, with animals, steampunk gear, and giant metal robot hands. The game is set against the backdrop of Torch City, which 6 years ago was invaded by the Machine Legion, who went on to colonize the metropolis, which was originally inhabited by animals. Now, a former soldier named Rayton emerges from hiding after his companion was forcibly arrested, leading him to reclaim his mechanical fist and step back into the Resistance War to fight. The game, with its impressive visuals, is set to be released in April this year. Number 4. Resident Evil 8: Village. Looking even more terrifying than its prequel, Resident Evil 8: Village is all set to give you goosebumps. It will be the 10th major installment in the Resident Evil series, and the sequel to Resident Evil 7: Biohazard. This game will follow in the footsteps of its prequel as Ethan returns for another round of survival horror. Set 3 years after Biohazard, we will see Ethan cross paths with a familiar face to fans of the franchise, Chris Redfield. While the iconic character has typically been a protagonist, his appearance here is something more sinister, leading Ethan on a journey to a mysterious and dangerous village in Europe. The developer Capcom has described the village location as a living, breathing character in its own right, with mysteries to uncover and terrors to escape from. It will release around the holiday season this year. Number 3. Hogwarts Legacy. Developed by Avalanche Software, this game is definitely a gift for Potterheads, but won't be featuring any of the characters like Harry Potter, Hermione, or Ron. It is set before the birth of Harry in the 1800s at the famous Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, and the world beyond. Hogwarts Legacy is described as an open-world RPG that will take you on an adventure in the Harry Potter-like universe. In fact, the players will be playing as students who will embark on a dangerous journey to uncover a hidden truth of the wizarding world. And as per the developers, the next-gen console will create immersive experiences that will let a player practically feel the terror of Inferi bearing down upon them, or sense the ground rumbling beneath them as a herd of angry centaurs surrounds them. The release date has not been confirmed yet, but it is expected to be released in the latter half of this year. Number 2. Returnal. Returnal is an exclusive third-person shooter game with a sci-fi premise by the developer Housemarque. Set on a hostile planet where you appear to be caught in a constant cycle, Returnal is set to transform roguelike gameplay into a third-person shooter. With every death, the planet will change, so it looks like you'll have to keep adapting to your surroundings. The game follows the story of Celine, the player character, who is an intergalactic explorer stuck in a time loop on an alien planet. Every time she dies, she's resurrected and thus forced to keep on trying to escape her strange circumstances while also fighting off extraterrestrial enemies. It is needless to say that the game looks pretty intriguing, and it is all set to release on March 19th. Number 1. Far Cry 6. And the game that we are super thrilled to get our hands on is Ubisoft Toronto's Far Cry 6. The 6th installment in the game series already has us waiting, as it was set to release in February this year, but has gotten delayed by 3 months due to the pandemic. Finally, the release date being somewhere around May, we can calm our nerves down. In the game, we have Giancarlo Esposito lending his face and voice as the dictator El Presidente Anton Castillo, who rules the fictional Caribbean island of Yara and is grooming his son and heir Diego, Anthony Gonzalez from Pixar's Coco, as the future ruler. The players play as guerrilla fighter Danny Rojas, man or woman up to you, who is part of a revolution to overthrow Castillo's regime. And let us also tell you that Ubisoft Toronto studied the Cuban Revolution to develop Far Cry 6's story and look, with narrative director Navi Cavari spending a month in the Caribbean island talking to real-life Cubans. Hope you enjoyed our list of 10 best realistic PS5 new games in 2021. Tell us in the comments which game did you like the most and are excited to play. Also, let us know whether you found this video useful, and do not forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you for watching this video. If you are new here, please push the notification bell to get the latest updates, and don't forget to subscribe to receive all of our latest videos. And share this with your dear ones. For more information, please visit blogrope.com.